Welcome back. You're watching Startup Central. I'm Nayantara Rai, working from home. Now, there's a trend that we've started seeing the last couple of days. In fact, it has been prevalent during the lockdown, but it's picked up steam, and that is of M&A activity in the startup universe. This week, it belonged, of course, to Byju's, the Decacorn, and White Hat. But here's another acquisition that's making waves. It's of MyGlamm acquiring POPxo. And with this, the POPxo founder will join the MyGlamm team also as co-founder. And what's more, you're also seeing the likes of Charati and Kalari now join MyGlamm. So I've got the two deal makers here with me, Priyanka Gill as well as Darpan Shangvi. Darpan, I'll come to you first since you're the one acquiring POPxo. How did it all happen? How is POPxo going to up your glamour quotient? What is the plan?
Well, I think one look at Priyanka and you know how POPxo is going to up our glam quotient for sure. Look, the way this happened was COVID hit us in March. MyGlamm grew very well over the last 12 months. We grew about 400%, but that growth came at a cost. We had high marketing cost, high customer acquisition cost. We are a direct-to-consumer beauty brand, and the biggest cost for a direct-to-consumer beauty brand is the customer acquisition cost. We wanted to continue our growth momentum, but without burning money and without burning too much on customer acquisition. That's when we started thinking, what would be ways where we could, engage with women at large, increase our digital reach without having to spend on digital marketing and do all of this organically? Can we build a top of the funnel organically? Can we create a content and a community of women who we could then market our products to? That's when we started looking out for great content and community companies out there. POPxo is best in class. It is the largest online digital community for women, and it's a great brand in itself as well. We reached out to Priyanka. Priyanka had been thinking for a while on how to monetize her great community and content platform, and things fell into place from there.
Okay, so Priyanka, I'll come to you first now, sorry. So it was MyGlamm and Darpan and team that reached out to you. He's saying you wanted to monetize for a while. You had, of course, started off as a content company for women, and you just just before COVID-19 had started entering the whole e-commerce space. What do you get from this deal? What does POPxo get from this deal?
So it's hugely exciting for us at POPxo to be partnering now with MyGlamm on here. And we actually end up with a partner who has deep insight, know-how, and a huge machinery to create and sell products, all the kind of the nuts and bolts that requires. And together we have the distribution online, we have the reach, we have the audience, and MyGlamm has the fantastic catalog of products that they have for women, all the makeup, beauty, skincare, personal care, everything out there. And it just makes kind of perfect sense. If you're looking at monetizing a content platform, a community platform, you have to add the 3C to it, which is commerce. And that's exactly what MyGlamm brings together. So POPxo, MyGlamm POPxo becomes a fantastic opportunity to monetize the huge audience that POPxo already has.
So Darpan, what's the plan? I believe both of you have an Excel sheet where you're projecting analyzed revenues of 400 crore rupees by the end of next year. Right now, are you actually seeing, for example, on MyGlamm e-commerce picking up, revenge shopping, particularly for the kind of products that you sell?
I think what we've clearly seen pre-COVID to now is online adoption by women for buying beauty online has increased substantially. I think it's grown nearly 2x. So clearly, more and more women are more and more comfortable buying beauty online, which again, lends to why we did this with POPxo, because now very quickly our digital reach increases exponentially. Second is, we are seeing women, not shying away from buying makeup. Lipsticks still are 55 to 60% of our sales, which is how it was pre-COVID as well. even though, conventional wisdom would tell you women are now wearing masks because of COVID and they would not wear lipsticks. But I guess the gratification, the instant gratification for a fairly low price product is high, and lipsticks continue to sell well. We've seen a phenomenal increase in personal care and skincare consumption post-COVID. We've actually launched our personal care brand last month called Wipeout by MyGlamm. Wipeout because these are beauty products that wipe out germs. So these are all kinds of beauty products that have germ-killing capabilities in it. And that brand, that within a month, that's become a 25 crore rupee brand. My goal is by December just to make Wipeout by MyGlamm a 100 crore rupee brand. And we've, POPxo over the last couple of weeks has been helping us promote Wipeout amongst the community, and we're seeing fantastic results for it. So I think we've expanded our product portfolio, got personal care into our fold. Online adoption of shopping has increased substantially. And I think we're now able to leverage all of these factors with what we've built out along with POPxo.
So Priyanka, now that you joined the leadership team of MyGlamm, what is your role going to be? You're going to be co-founder. Now at POPxo, you have started diversifying a lot of your content, right? You had influencers, you also had non-influencers who were driving a lot of the content. Like I said, you got into commerce. I understand at one time you were looking at other avenues as well. But so now is POPxo primarily just going to function as a content team for MyGlamm, or are you both looking at a holistic 360-degree commerce content platform for all women?
No, absolutely. So the plan is to build a 360 holistic platform for women, right? So POPxo, as you had mentioned at the top, will continue as is. With me joining Darpan as co-founder, we are both playing to our strengths. So if it's content, if it's marketing, design, that's where kind of my strengths lie. And if it's on finance, if it's within investor management, if it's kind of the distribution, technology, product, all of that is where Darpan's strengths lie. So we both will be playing to our strengths, and we'll be doing it across both the platforms, across POPxo and MyGlamm. So POPxo would be kind of the content engine for the group, of course, and the team would be creating both content for POPxo and for MyGlamm. But we would also similarly kind of all the functions would be divided in exactly the same way. So we'd have common teams running all the functions for both POPxo and MyGlamm. The idea is to build a holistic content community and a commerce platform for women in India, and of course to make it the largest of its kind that we have.
And Nayantara, just to add to that, POPxo will continue to remain POPxo independent, while MyGlamm is the beauty brand. So POPxo, as that online community independent of MyGlamm, it continues doing that.
Okay, so that and I'm sure a lot of people who relate to POPxo or even work at POPxo would be very, very happy to hear that. But Darpan, I'm going to ask you one question, and I'm going to be fair, and I'm going to tell you that I asked the same question when I interviewed the promoters of Nykaa, when I interviewed the promoters also of Purple. What about men? Because men have become more fussy, men have become more particular about grooming. You have seen a lot of new products, brands that are coming out for men. So while you will perhaps stay focused for women and POPxo will help you do that, what about men? Would you look at that segment too? It's a growing segment.
So not right now, Nayantara. One big difference between Nykaa, Purple and us, Nykaa and Purple are marketplaces. They're not building a beauty brand. They're building great beauty marketplaces. So it makes sense for them to go after men. It's a low-hanging fruit and onboard great men's brands. For us, I'm building a brand for women, right? And I don't want to confuse them at this point of time. I want to make sure that we're successful in building a brand that resonates with women, that is relevant for them, and that's a sustainable brand in the long run. So I don't think I can do that if at this nascent stage, I also start introducing products under MyGlamm for men. So clearly, we will remain focused on women as a beauty brand.
Priyanka, can I be cheeky? Have you started using all the MyGlamm products? Have you switched?
Absolutely. Wipeout has been fantastic. My husband and kids just recently left for London and they were on the plane. So they had the entire MyGlamm, the Wipeout by MyGlamm collection with them. And so that's kind of definitely part of my my routine right now whenever I'm stepping out. I've also tried the makeup, and I'm not a huge makeup person myself, but I'm trying it out and I'm learning, and my team is really hell-bent on making sure that I know how to use all of the products correctly now. So it's very exciting.
If we can get Priyanka to become a paying makeup customer, we would have been able to convert all 50 million of our users as well.
No, honestly, the Manish Malhotra collection is fantastic. So that is something
basically,
I have
what Darpan has very smartly said also. So basically what Darpan has very smartly also now said is that everything is going to happen at arm's length. POPxo also has to buy the cosmetics. I love that. That's great business practice as well. but Darpan and Priyanka,
Darpan has acquired a huge team of female.
Thank you so much for taking the time out. Thank you for taking the time out and joining us here. We are unfortunately completely out of time. Both of you have a great weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you back right here on Startup Central, 6 p.m. on Monday.
Thank you.
Thank you.